to the Home Stitchery Decor YouTube channel. Yesterday, I did lives. How many people are here? And we had a whole bunch of people come on, and I said to you guys, tomorrow I will do tea towels with you. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to set up my channel here so I can read comments here up on my television. And we're going to get going live now. Here we go. So I have the camera going this way, and I have the video up on my big screen. So if you see me chatting up there, this basically because I haven't quite figured out, you know, how to be perfect on camera yet, and I don't think it's probably going to matter. So good morning. Who do we have here? All right. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Jolene. I own Home Stitchery Decor in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I sell modern farmhouse home decor, and I teach everything I do right here on my YouTube channel. And I do a whole bunch of lives and fun things. So yesterday I was doing a live, and I said, okay, I'm going to do Christmas tea towels tomorrow for anybody that wants to join me while I'm making them. I have to pitter-patter get at her because I do have Christmas markets coming up. So I'm just going to fix a few things here while we get set up here this morning. I didn't want to be too late because I promised people I would be here at 10. All right, so how are we going to get this started? First of all, we're going to need a pair of these little crappy scissors. And hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's Jolene. We're here. I promised. Okay, so we are going to make Christmas tea towels. So I do purchase tea towels from, oh gosh, pretty much anywhere that has a nice cotton tea towel. So primarily my medium to work in is quilt cotton and paper. And so I like to have a tea towel that's either 17 inches wide or 18 inches wide, but no wider. And this one happens to be 18 by 28 inches. So I can give you a close-up of this. It's got some nice cardinals, poinsettias, pine cones, and sprigs in it. And when I make my tea towels, they sell pretty quickly. And I don't always want to have to restock my website. So I buy a whole bunch in the same color, which means sometimes I take a trip around the city and I go to a couple of different Winners stores. So good morning. Who do we all have here? We've got 60 guys. Good morning. I'm Jolene. Okay, so the first thing I do is I grab my pile of tea towels and I very, very gently take the little plastic, you know, these things that keep the tabs on. They, if you pull on them even so slightly, you can snag the tea towels. So don't do that. They have these little hang hooks attached to them as well. I make sure there's nothing in between them. And today I'm going to make actually 2 alternating tea towels. So I've got, I believe there's 12 of them here. So I'll make 6 of each. And I'll probably just make 1 of each to get onto this live video so we don't bore you guys to tears. But it's kind of a fun project. And I do have like close-up, long-form tea towel tutorial on my channel as well for a very, very cute farmhouse chicken tea towel. There's actually a set of matching videos for it. So it's a tea towel, dish drying mat, oven mitt, and soup bowl cozy. So each video will lead you to the next and walk you through all the projects. Okay, we've still got 6. Good morning. Who is here this morning? Any of my regulars? Which is kind of funny to say because I just started doing lives a couple weeks ago and now we have regulars. Like, what is happening here? Okay, 16 by 28. Pull these all apart. I like to chain piece, obviously, because I'm doing this for work. So we'll walk you through some of that process here as well. Okay. So now we're done with our not so good scissors. we are going to move on to better scissors. Just in case we need them, we'll pull them out over here. Maybe next to my sewing machine. We're also going to need a long ruler and a rotary cutter for the next process. And I have, these are Fiskars. All right. You guys. Okay. So this is a fabric I've chosen to do for these tea towels. So you'll be able to see it all coordinates here. And this one is Riley Blake, In From the Cold. It says it's colored cream. If anybody's looking for the pattern, it's C14864. And then we've got Riley Blake again, color Christmas. This is a seasonal basics. The pattern is C495. So if you do buy fabric by the bolt like this and you need the numbers, there are the numbers. I told you I have no secrets here. So I make this stuff for Christmas markets. I sell online. I sell in craft markets. Where else do I sell? I just want to put a little bit of light on my face. Hang on, you guys, 1 second. It is a little bit dark on there. Let's see if I can get this light turned on behind me. Here we go. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. So what I do is I buy the towels. I buy 2 colors of coordinating quilt cotton. And now I'm going to cut the quilt cotton. So I need to decide which one is going to be on the bottom. And in this case, because there's so many sprigs and flowers on the actual tea towel, I think it would be better to have the floral one on the bottom and the stripy one on the top. And that just kind of breaks up the colors a little bit. So I have bolts and bolts of fabric of this. I do many craft shows, so I need to have a lot. And essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to cut some fabric off of here. We're going to make sure that we've got a nice straight edge. There's an accent for you. I'm from Canada, but that was pretty funny. Nice straight edge to start working with. I don't want to waste any fabric, so I'm just going to line up my ruler here. And the top one, I'm going to cut at 4.5. And I'm going to do, this will do 2 tea towels here. So 4.5 this way. And as mentioned, we're going to do 2 different designs with these tea towels. So stay tuned here. Who do we have here this morning? Hello, everyone. I'm Jolene from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to the channel. I'm Home Stitchery Decor. I teach what I do here on my YouTube channel. And I sell all my stuff online. You can actually buy this on my website, or you can come and find me at a local farmer's market during Christmas time, preferably, because I'm not going to do any summer markets this year, which is a big, long story if anybody wants to hear that. But essentially, my husband had colon cancer last year, which was awful. I would give it 0 stars. And now this fabric is a little bit wonky here. I don't want to cut it that way. Now I just want to spend some time with him this summer. So he's in the clear right now, but you know, things can change. So get that stuff figured out, set some priorities for yourself. So I'm just going to concentrate on Christmas markets this year. All right. Again, we're going to just take the crappy edge off here because this is a new bolt of fabric. I've never cut on it. I will be honest with you, I don't always have the very best blades. These are not what I would use for quilting. I do a lot of crafting. So if you see me swipe my blade twice, it's because it's old and dull and I haven't used my sharpener on it. So this one I'm going to do at 5.5, and you can vary these. I wouldn't recommend doing anything under 4, just because of the next step, but mix it up to your liking. Okay, so we've got our 2 colors of fabric that we're going to do here. And I'm just going to set this off to the side. Yesterday, I purchased this Quilt Ambition Faff, which I desperately needed, honestly. My other machine was not going so well, so I had to do that. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of you guys here. Good morning, I'm Jolene. If you can tell us where you're from, that'd be great. Before we go on to the next step, I want to tell you guys about the members only feature of my channel. So I just recently opened up memberships. They're super inexpensive. They're $2 per month. You can join it on the main page, or you can go to my actual YouTube channel and click join, or you can go to the description of this video and click join. So in order to be entered to win this, you do have to be a member. Now, I do have other videos on my channel that don't require you to be a member, where I've done some giveaways on them. You can tell, hi Ben from Perth, Australia. Hi, welcome to the channel. You can go and watch those other videos. You'll know that they are a prize video because they have a little gold present on, or little gold presents on the thumbnail for those videos. So those videos you don't have to be a member for, but for this doozy, you do have to be a member. Memberships start at $2 a month and go up from there. So essentially, I bought this machine. This was the gift with purchase, and I've decided to just give it away. It's a $312 Canadian dollar value. It's from Faff. You cannot purchase this, and I will mail it to you free if you win. So I'll tell you the terms in a second, but I just want to show you what's in the box. So there's 2 different rulers. There's a rotary cutter. There's rotary blades. There's 2 different packs of needles, and then it's actually a double layered box, which I was kind of shocked about. And then underneath here is a rotating cutting mat. So when my membership reaches 150 members, that will trigger the draw for this. As of yesterday, we were at 5. So we need a whole bunch of people to join the channel. It's a new feature on the channel, and I'll mention this box as we go along through the video. So now I'm going to have to move my camera around a little bit today so you guys can see each of the steps with this. So bear with me while I do that. But I do have this brand new machine I want to show you first. It's actually pretty snazzy. So let's do that. And we're walking and we're rolling through my studio, which is like awkward as heck. But anyway, it is what it is. Hi, Shauna. Welcome to the channel. Okay, let's turn this sucker around. So this is the Faff Quilt Ambition 365. And essentially, I bought it just to do these tea towels. Although I had to open it yesterday because one of my other machines died. So we opened this one up. But it has 198 stitches. I don't know if you can see them all there. But it is absolutely a beast for this. So we're going to be able to use some of these fancy stitches over here that have Christmas designs for this Christmas towel. And I'm actually pretty excited about that. So in this next step, we'll get the camera turned around again. In this next step, we're going to start sewing the tea towel. I hope you guys can still see me here as I move things around a little bit. You know, it's live. What can you do? Okay, so I've got my 2 different colors of fabric, and I've got my 2 different tea towels. And I even decided this morning that I would wear glasses to match this project. This, I don't answer messages typically that are under review, but here, let's read it. View message. No, we're gonna block this person. He doesn't need to be here. And report, and yeah, there we go. Unwanted. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. Report. If you guys have something nasty to say, this probably isn't the channel for you. Hi Elise, how are you? How are you today? Okay, so we did introduce the sewing machine to you. Now the next step is we're going to sew these two fabrics together, right sides together. And let's just get started. These are both by Riley Blake. And I want to decide which one I decided was going to be on the top. Was the stripe, right? So I just want to make sure I sew this the right way around. So put the fabric together, right sides together. And now we're just going to sew a straight stitch about the width of your foot here. And we've got the machine set on 1. And we've got a pretty good length on it. So I am just learning this machine. I've never had a machine quite this fancy for actual sewing. It's got quite a few features on it. And off we go. It's nice and smooth. Could you make one of those puffy quilts? You know, I could make one of those puffy quilts, but I only make the products that I sell, and that is not a product that I sell. So I won't be teaching that here on this channel, just because I don't make that. I only teach what I actually do, and I have a line of mix and match products. So all the products go together, and that way when I'm at the craft markets, I get upsells. So people you know, will purchase one thing and then they will grab another thing that matches it and make a little set. I started with rugs, and then I added tea towels, dish drying mats, soup bowl cozies, hand crocheted dishcloths, mandala art, and I have pillows. What else do I have? I have many Christmas items like my lace ornaments that I embroider on my embroidery machine over here. It's freestanding lace. I have sewing kits that I sell. Yeah, just all kinds of things. So everything, oh, I have stockings, everything mix and matches. And then I have my own line of cards as well. So when people are purchasing gifts, they often purchase the gift and then the matching card that goes with it. So, and all color coordinated. So once I'm done this portion of the towel, what I do is I actually cut where the fold is for the fabric, because I don't need both of these. I just need one for each towel. So just cut it directly in half. Now we're going to grab our tea towel, and remember I said, yeah, I haven't finished one. Oh, Elizabeth, Danny, yes, I get it. Those are, they haven't finished one, and it takes so long. I get it. You know, there's only so many things that you can do. It is what it is, right? So typically I put my towel upside down like this. Shauna, I want to get back into sewing and making your own things like you're talking about, but I just crocheted. It's been so long, I don't even I remember how to load the sewing machine. And Elizabeth, this is a Quilt Ambition 635. And I'm just going to turn my camera a little bit just because I keep losing my head in here, right, you guys? I mean, that's pretty rude. I'm here for you and the sewing. Okay, so this is how the fabric looks now that we've got it sewn together. And we need to have it go the right way round on this towel. So lay your towel down so you know where the top, like the fabric is pointing the right way up. And then we decided that the stripe is going to be the top of the towel, and the colored floral stuff is going to be the bottom. So essentially what I do is I lay the fabric face down on the towel, right sides together, just where the seam is on the bottom of the towel. So you know how the towel has got this seam? Lay the fabric down on this side, just matching up with that seam. Hold your towel up and make sure that the sides, because we're going to have to fold these around, ironically, like presents. And we're going to sew a straight line and get this fabric down onto the edge of this. So again, I just do like width of presser foot. And I've just got a regular straight stitch on here. Did I just do this wrong? I did just do this wrong. I'm like, what the heck? I had to do it on the other side, you guys. I'm so sorry. I haven't sewn a tea towel since, gosh, last year. I'm like, something's wrong here. Nobody's perfect. But yeah, I did this absolutely the wrong way around on the towel. So we got to flip it around. So sorry, guys. Just a few inches here to back to go out. And as much as I do these videos on my channel, I actually am a little bit of an introvert. I can turn it on for work, but it's hard for me, and I do get a little nervous when I'm doing these, so please forgive me. And we'll try it again. And when it's not an edited video, you can bugger things up. And that's my nicest word that isn't a swear word for my channel. Okay, so sorry. Turn the fabric this way and sew to the bottom of this. So then we'll be able to flip the fabric around. My apologies. So line it up, have the right side of the fabric to the back side of the towel. That's how we do it. And we're just going to the edge of the fold. Oh, hi, Spoiled Trinity. Hello. It's super early because my Mancoon decided to be playful and couldn't get back to sleep. The stinker, he was paying attention no time. Need more coffee. Yes. I know you were here yesterday. I was up. Remember that great big laundry basket I had yesterday full of all those strips? I sewed them all. So all of those island rugs are done. So that was the live we did yesterday, folks. And I announced yesterday that I would be here this morning at 10 a.m. So some of the viewers here are from yesterday. Okay, 47 of you guys. All right, so now this is what it looks like. We've got the fabric, the right side of the fabric sewn to the back side of the towel, just at the edge of where the towel folds. Perfect. So now what we need to do is we're going to bring the fabric this way, flip it around on the towel, and now it's on the right side. Perfect. We're going to do that for both of these towels because I'm going to do two different embellishments on these towels. Okay, so once again, find the top of the towel. Find your fabric that just went somewhere. Did anybody see where the fabric went? Like, you've got to be kidding me. It fell down here in between this tiny little crack of my table. Slippery little sucker. Okay, so here's the second bit of fabric. We're going to flip the towel over. We've got the stripe, which we know we want to be the top. So we're going to lay it down face the right side of the quilt fabric onto the back side of the towel, just like this again. Make sure the sides are even or even-ish, and we're going to sew a straight line again. What kind of stuff do I consider when designing and purchasing my fabric? That's a great question. So I learned very early on that I wanted to have mix and match items, right? So I purchase things. I purchase one thing based on color that I like, that I think others will like. That's, you know, trending as far as colors are concerned. You'll be able to see whether, like, even if you just go to Winners or Home Sense at Christmas time, you'll be able to see they'll have like colors of the year. So I know there's going to be a lot of burgundy and Christmas stuff this year. So I would, you know, buy some burgundy towels and try to buy 2 tones of quilt cotton fabric that would coordinate it with. Yeah, there's so many options, right? So it gets easier as you go along, but there are tons of options. I probably have just in this studio like 200 different colors of fabric at this point, which is absolutely bananas. So I try to build on color schemes, and then when I do my stands, they're all mix and match. So find one base color that you like and then just add into it 2 or 3 different colors depending on what you're sewing. But that's how I do it. Like I will, even if I go to a fabric store to look for colors now, I will line up bolts and then pull from different areas of the store. Okay, this one color in this thing goes with it. Does the style go with it as well? It's just practice. And you can take like, there's color theory on YouTube. Some people have some color theory videos on YouTube, and you could go and watch those. Hi, 4. Nice to see you. I'm exactly where you left it. Okay, dropped it. Yeah, exactly. Yep, it's exactly where you left it. I dropped it. Good morning, Stephanie. Thank you. Stephanie is one of the members of the channel. So I don't know how many people are. Oh gosh, there's 51 of you guys here. So I better tell you, members only. When we reach 150 members, the membership starts at $2. Those members will be entered in a draw for this guy, which was a gift with purchase with this machine. And I thought I'm just going to give it away, but to members only. And it's a FAF gift box. It's got rulers, rotary cutters, rotary blades. And then underneath here is a rotating cutting mat. And when we reach 150 members of the channel, we'll do a draw for it based on those members. And I'll have to contact you and we'll have to, you know, get it shipped to you. And I'll be free of charge. So join the channel, hit subscribe, all those kind of fun things. There's other videos on the channels, on the channel that are not for members, that have giveaways in them too. They have little presents on the thumbnail pictures. So here's the towel, and now we need to iron this. So let's go to the iron. All right. So I did on purpose, maybe I should shut my door. Hopefully my dog doesn't want out. I did on purpose leave this stand in the background, and I'm going to turn this a wee little bit and you'll be able to see my huge closet full of supplies here. So we've got our towels. We're going to place them down like this, let our iron get hot for a second. And now we need to iron this part and flip them over, and I need some pins. So 1 second, guys. We've got some pins now. These are my cute little pin cushion holders that I made with picture frames and steel wool, quilt cotton, and batting. Okay, so can we see this? Or we just got a picture of my chest here. Nobody needs to see that. But you know what? It's probably going to get in there, so oh well. All right, so we've got our towel. Everything's laid down, and we need to iron all this stuff the correct direction. So I've just got a little bit of water in here. If you've got 2 different light and dark fabrics, always iron to the dark side. That's just a general rule of sewing. And we're going to lay this portion down as well. I always iron on the back side here first. I want everything nice and crisp. And don't forget to like her video. Thank you, Stephanie. This is what happens when you start creating some super fans. They get in on your channel and be like, hey, ladies, get in on the fun. Support this girl. A couple of lives ago, we were talking about other YouTubers, and I was telling you guys about people that I like. And then when the live ended, that exact person showed up on my television screen, which was absolutely crazy. How do we subscribe for the giveaways? You need to join the channel. So on the main page of the channel, you need to join, and it's $2 Canadian a month, which is practically free if you're in America. And that you'll be entered into that draw for the FAF. If you want to get in on the other giveaways, go watch the videos that have those little gold presents on them. And there's instructions on those videos for how to join and get in on the fun. Okay, so now we've flipped our towel over the right way, and you'll see the bottom side is the wrong way. And we're going to fix this, but we're going to do it like this. First of all, we need to fold, and we're just going to make a little place to have a seam here. So I like to finger press, and then I just kind of wing it. You know, I've done this so many times. Line up the little pattern so that it's a little bit even here. You can see the red X's. Just make sure you've got this side of it a little bit even. Press that down really well. And now we're going to pull the towel towards us and flip this up. Starting to make sense, you guys? This is my own creation. I came up with this. I could write a pattern for it and copyright it, but I don't care to do that right now. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of fun to just not have everything so freaking serious all the time. Oh, and I did this one wrong. Oh, well. I wanted the stripe on the top. I put it on the bottom. Oh, well. We're going to wing it. Okay, now we just pin it. And I do like to pin this quite well. So I have one on either side. I should have sewn this color to the back of the towel first, not the stripe color. But like I said, I am a bit of an introvert and I do get nervous. This is still going to make a beautiful towel, and somebody's going to love it. Okay, so this is done till the next step. We're going to do this again here on the second one. Actually, what we could do while we're at it is just iron out any of the big wrinkles on this towel. Now, these are 100% cotton towels that I'm using. I've got a whole bunch of people watching the channel right now. So I just want to tell you guys, we're making Christmas tea towels. I always pick a cotton towel, no wider than 18 inches if possible. And I'm home Stitchery Decor. I teach what I do here on my YouTube channel. And I sell all this stuff online, in stores, and at local Christmas markets. So is it July? It's not even July anymore, is it? It's August, and I'm getting ready for the huge Christmas markets. So iron everything flat, flip this section down, iron this piece flat. Yeah, anything you do with quilt cotton is going to make something pretty. I just go with it. Okay, so now we flip the towel over. So we've got the right side of the towel up and the wrong side of the fabric down. And we need to, again, fold the fabric here in a way that lines up with the pattern as best as possible. And now we flip this portion of it up. And you will see here that this is not quite even. Let's check the other towel. When you look at the pattern here, everything is even across the bottom. Can you guys see that? Even, 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 even. This is the standard. That's the gold standard. This one here, the pattern is not even across the bottom. So I either didn't cut it right. Well, that's the only possibility. It isn't cut square. So I'm going to have to take this one out and recut a piece for it because I will not sell this. Does that make sense? Yeah, time is flying. Always make a pattern. You could always make a pattern and try to patent it. I know. But you know, the thing is, when you patent all this stuff, I feel like it kind of takes away from like doing a craft. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so this one, we'll maybe fix it afterwards if we've still got a bunch of viewers on the channel. But for right now, this one does not meet the gold standard, so we're not going to use it. And we're going to flip the camera around. And I know that's super aggravating when people are moving their camera, but hey, you came here for a live, so that's what we're doing. All right. Pick the good one here. This is not the good one. This is the good one. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I have some lovely white, really thick rickrack. We've got 75 of you guys here. I didn't even realize it's August. Yes. Okay, so we've got our white rickrack, and we're going to sew it to the pinned section. Now, you could do this where you, I gotta twist the camera again, where you put an embroidery design on it. I don't want to do that quite yet because I'm still brand new to this machine. So I'm going to not embroider the rickrack. Or am I? Let's take a vote. Who wants me to embroider on the rickrack? Leave a thumbs up if you want to embroider on the rickrack, and I will change the color of the thread here. Let's take a vote. See if this machine will do it. I think it will. Why am I nervous? I think I'm just going to do it. So, oh, fun. Grab some red thread. Yes, do it. Stephanie is, yes, do it. Let's see if this machine can do it. You know, you hate things messing up on the live videos, but that's all we've done the last week is mess up on the live videos. So why not try it again today? Okay, so we've got a nice green thread, or red thread, sorry, and we're going to put it in. And Stephanie is here, and so who is Shirley, right? It's Shirley. I'll probably remember that forever because of that that favorite person I told you guys about that on that other live that used to make us kids cookies and then tell us who could carry the bag home. Shirley was there for that story, and I'm sure it's Shirley. Hi, Jolene. Yeah, I got it right. Shirley, what time did you join? Just recently? Have you heard about the giveaway? All right. So we've got a 40 weight polyester, and it's kind of like a candied red. You know, some reds are more burgundy. This is a candied red for sure. And yes, Shirley. And Shirley, I got a brand new sewing machine here. Can you believe that? You weren't here. I don't think you were here for yesterday's live. I did one yesterday, and my other machine crapped out, but I had bought this one yesterday. Oh, and you didn't hear about the giveaway. Okay. Shirley, I opened up memberships of the channel. They're $2 each. You can join the channel on the main page or on your screen, wherever it says join. And the giveaway is this $312 value, that's Canadian dollars, box. And Shirley's regular, so we're going to show her. The box has a cutting mat underneath, like the rotating cutting mat, a rotary blade, rotary cutter, needles, and 2 quilt rulers. We have to reach 150 members to trigger the draw. And then once we do that, I'll pick a random name from the members, the paid members of the channel, which is only $2 a month. So if you're from the United States, that's like, it's so cheap because our dollar is, the Canadian dollar is in the crapper. Anyway, join the channel and you can win that, and I will mail it to you free of charge. Yeah, that is a nice giveaway, isn't it? I thought so too. They gave that to me for free with the sewing machine. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start my membership channel. How could I do it where it's sustainable and we're going to give away more stuff on it? And you know what? While we're doing that, when I am done this towel, as long as it's perfect, if it's not perfect, I'll make another one. I will give you this towel as a paid member along with the gift. Let's do that because we can. Okay, so we've got a new FAF Quilt Ambition 635. And the rickrack stitch, I don't want it to be too complicated because I'm actually going to embroider where the two quilt designs join as well. So let's pick something that kind of goes with it. Okay, let's go with 181. And on the screen here, you'll be able to see the stitches. It's actually quite nice. I'm really proud of myself that I was able to get this. So, yeah, I have, that's a nice giveaway. I have to do things the right way. Exactly. Okay, so we're off to the races. We're sewing the rickrack, and we're just sewing it along the very top line of this material. And you would think I would have more pin cushions readily available to me. Here's another one I made. It's a little soap dish. And I got quilt cotton batting, stainless steel scrubbers, put that in there, put the batting on top, and then this is quilt cotton, and I glued it all into this soap dish. So if you like those kind of things, I don't know what it is about tomatoes. I am not a fan of tomatoes. I don't like them at all. Okay, this is going to take a second, isn't it? And if we don't like it, you guys, I don't like this at all. I don't like this stitch for here. I'll show you. This was 181, and I don't know if it's because of the settings, and I might need to change some settings here, but that doesn't look good, does it? Where we're starting the rickrack? I think it looks terrible. That's a heck no. That is a heck no. We're not doing that. So we're going to rip this out a little bit. Good thing we only did a few stitches on it. And what I think I'll do is grab some quilt cotton here, something kind of scrappy, and we'll see if we can find a better stitch for that. But no, I don't like it. That's a no. Yeah, exactly. We're not doing that. So we do have to rip that out, and it's an embroidery stitch, so it'll take a second. And you got to be very careful if you take stuff like this out because you definitely don't want to rip anything. I just need it detached from the towel, and then I'll cut off the end of the rickrack because that'll be, you know, like a penny wasted. But I definitely want it removed from the towel because that does not look good at all. I think it clashes with the waves of the rickrack. Exactly. Doesn't look good. Does anybody else have this machine? It's a Quilt Ambition 635. Any suggestions for a stitch that you'd like to see on this? Because I'm open to suggestions as well. One second here. This is why I always have my phone charged on high before I start these, because you just never know how long a live is going to be. You'll be here till we're done, right? All right. Almost off. Okay, that's off. Cut the rickrack off. I think it clashes with the rickrack. I think so too. It did not look very good at all. At all. Okay, so let's do, just gonna grab something that's kind of scrappy here. Something that we could use here to pick a stitch or a stitch length. So this is just an old strip of fabric that I have. So 181 did not look good. What else could we do on here? How about, let's try 182. Now this is 182. What do we think of this one? This is little bows. That could work. I wonder though if I can make it any smaller. You can ask me anything you want. I'm an open book. I don't use a serger. I had one and I typically did not use it. I found it like really hard to thread. Maybe it's because I had an old one and it seemed ridiculous. But yeah, no, I typically don't use a serger. Okay, that's pretty, but I agree. It may not fit on the rickrack. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fit. So there's a little sample of that. Let's try a little piece of rickrack and see what it does. And then we can decide, right? I should have samples. And then, you know, have it wrote down what the stitch length is or whatever on the sample. Let's see if it works. I do like the way this sews. It is super duper smooth. And I'm just moving it, you know, with the twists of the rickrack a little bit. So let's see if this works. No, it does not. Looks kind of horrible. That's what we came up with. That doesn't look good either. Okay, we're going to have to find something simpler than this. It doesn't take all dang day. I'll tell you that. I'm wondering if I try 181 again, but then reduce the size of it like significantly. No, that doesn't work either. Where do you get your jelly rolls from? I'm finding it hard to get good deals. They're expensive. Cuts into profits. Thinking about selling mine to fund this. It is not a bad sewing habit, Stephanie. I get my jelly rolls from commercial accounts because I have commercial accounts. Where do you live, Stephanie? Remind me where you live again. And I could probably give you some. I do have a tutorial on my, a video on my channel that actually has like a whole bunch of lists of companies that sell jelly rolls. But I buy them wholesale. That's where I get them from. But tell me where you live again. Okay, you know what, you guys? I don't like this. Let's try 158. This will be the last one we try. And if we don't, if this one doesn't work, what we're going to do is I'm going to zigzag the rickrack down And then we'll do the embroidery stitch where the other two join in. So let's see. This is like a little Christmas star thing. Let's see if this one works. Just decrease the size a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. Vancouver, Washington. This machine is a Quilt Ambition 635 by FAF. And Stephanie, watch that video that has I think it's like my 10 best places to buy jelly rolls. It's on my channel. And there's a whole bunch of different websites and companies there. And Connecting Threads, I'll put Connecting Threads in this video description. I'm an affiliate for Connecting Threads. And they quite often have sales on theirs. And then Missouri Star last week had a sale on there. Can you just do a straight stitch? Yeah, I found this. Yeah, I think I'm going to, because here is the last one I decided to try. So here's the biggest one. Here's a medium stitch, and here's a small stitch. And as you can see, this just isn't working. It's not working for me. It's not working at all. So I'm going to change my thread back to white, and I'm going to just get this rickrack on here because I don't like this. And we'll use this red thread for the next step here in a second, where I've done it repeatedly and it actually looks decent. But that's just not working for us. So we take a vote. Howdy, Brittany. I just lost my machine and I'm fire, and I'm wondering affordable options you recommend. I have 5 small kiddos. Oh, goodness gracious. Brittany, where are you? Where did this fire happen? That's horrible. I do know how that feels. Our house burned when I was a teenager. So that's awful. Affordable options for sewing machines. I have my Amazon shopping link. I will put in the video description when we're done this video, you guys. That has all my craft room, like everything I like in my craft room. There's one for jelly roll rugs shopping list, and then there's my craft shopping list as well. So I'll put that in there. I was in the house, oh, in the mountains. You're in the mountains of Montana. Oh, God. That's terrible. That's just awful. I will have to check your video. Excellent. Thanks. Been watching. Yes, like using Shopify. Yes, Stephanie, it's fantastic. I've got some big news coming out in the next couple weeks too about something that I've done that's going to help a bunch of people. So stay tuned for that. I can't announce it yet. Brittany, I'm so sorry about your house. If you want an affordable machine, this is probably not the option. This was $1,888 Canadian yesterday. I just bought it. It was on sale like 35% or 30% off. But I'm really loving the FAFs lately. I have 3 of them now. So I would recommend a FAF if you can get one, even just a beginner one. Like this, I have a 4.0 over in the corner here. I saw a 4.2 in a sewing store yesterday that's just like basic sewing. And it was it like 320 on sale Canadian. So that'll be much cheaper for you in the United States. So if you can get a FAF, a Janome, you can purchase machines on Amazon. But yeah, I hear your pain, girl. That's crazy. I wouldn't want that to happen at all. My condolences to you. All right, let's just do a nice zigzag on here. We'll do a 4 and a 3, maybe increase that just a wee little bit. Okay, we're getting the rickrack on. Please click the like button. She deserves it so much. So, oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. That's so sweet. Could make me cry. That's sweet. But this is what happens, you guys, when you start putting good out in the world. It does come back. I am a firm believer in that. And yes, we have a giveaway here today for the paid members of the channel. So I don't know how many of you guys are new, but we're giving away a FAF gift box, which has rotary cutter in it, rotary blades, 2 quilting rulers, and it's actually a 2-layered box. And on the bottom layer of the box is the FAF rotating cutting mat. It's a $312 value. That is Canadian dollars. And once my memberships reach 150 members, which the membership is $2 each, so it's super cheap. Even if you're in the States, that's practically free. It's $2 to join the channel, and then I'll be doing huge giveaways on it. And I've just added this tea towel into that giveaway as well. So when we reach 150 paid members on the channel, we're gonna go crazy. I want to be like the Mr. Beast. If you don't know who that is, but like the Mr. Beast of sewing. He's the most popular YouTuber. He does all kinds of crazy stunts and giveaways and helps people change their lives. And what if we did that with sewing? Because it's crazy. We could have more fun. Hi, Lanita Flint. How are you? Where are you from? Yeah, thank you. It's all good. The kiddos and I made it out. I delivered the little guy 3 weeks later, and we're back on the land. Oh my gosh. Girl. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. We were on our land too, and we actually had to get a mobile home moved in, and we had to live in that for weeks and weeks while they fixed our house because we had animals on the land, and we lived in a very small town, so they had to put a mobile home there so we could actually live there and look after our animals. Stephanie, you're gonna go look him up. I swear to God, he's pretty funny. So he started YouTube, like I think it was like 2019, and now he's the biggest YouTuber, and he does all kinds of crazy things. He's fun. Does all these big contest things. He's the highest paid YouTuber right now too. He's kind of fun. Okay, so here is the Rick Rack on the tea towel. Finally, can we have a round of applause? My husband and I just downsized, and I'm ready to set up my craft sewing room. Well, we are the place to be for that. We are the crafting channel here. I'm home Stitchery Decor. If you guys are new, I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I sell in Christmas markets. Most of the time I do summer farmers markets too, but as mentioned, my husband had colon cancer. So this year I'm not doing any summer markets. I sell online. You can buy all this stuff on my website. And I sell at these like huge Christmas markets. So we're getting ready for Christmas markets. Even though it's August, we're starting to get ready for Christmas markets. All right. That was fun. I finally got the Rick Rack on. But lesson learned. Sometimes what you think is going to look pretty actually isn't, and you need to learn to just deal with it. Short visit today. Okay, bye, Shirley. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back for, I think that's the 3rd time Shirley was here. She's been here quite a bit, supporting the channel. Okay. Now we've got that candied red thread back in the machine. And what we're going to do is we're going to put an embroidery stitch where these 2 fabrics meet. So I'm going to grab my scrappy piece of fabric because, like I said, this is a newer machine and I want to pick something decent here, but I also want this one to be Christmassy because I bought this for all these funky little different Christmas options here. So we definitely want this one to be Christmassy. So we could do 169. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you guys a middle finger by pushing up my glasses. Sorry about that. Okay, 169. What else have we got here? You kind of want something that matches the tone of the fabric. And 64 might be good too. But I did say Christmas, didn't I? there were bells here. Let's try 160. 160. I do like on this machine, when you push the button here, you can see the stitch change. So that is fun. Let's see what this comes up with here. We're on 160, set at 5.5 and 9.7. I want a nice thick, like a stitch you're going to actually be able to see a little bit. Okay, so this one is 160. We'll take a vote here and I'll show you guys the options. How about we do that? 160, 169. I think it's fun when you get to vote. It's like you're here on an interactive thing. Why not vote? Help me design my tea towels for the 2025 Christmas season. Oh, I think I know which one I'm going to like. But we'll see here. So this one is 169. And then we'll give you three options here. We'll give you 157. Yeah, I can show you the front of the machine. Yep, for sure. I will show you. Just let me finish this one stitch and we'll take a vote. And then I'll show you the front of the machine. Okay. So we're going to have three options here. We've got bells, we've got snowflakes, and we've got stars. Which one does everybody like? And I'll show you the front of the machine while we're taking a little bit of a vote on that. So bells, snowflakes, and stars. Which one? And I will show Spoiled Trinity here, the front of the machine. We're walking. Okay, let's flip this around. All right, can you see that, girl? This is the front of the machine. Here are all the different stitch options. Crazy. They've got 198 stitches on this machine, which is absolutely bananas. It's the Quilt Ambition 365. And you can pick your options here. So the last one we did was 157, but we also did 158. So you can push the button here and just go up to 158. And then you can change the sizing of it. And when you push the button here, you'll be able to see the stitch change as well. And if it won't change, try your knuckle instead of your finger with fake nails on it. And here I can show you another one. Let's do, you can push this middle button and then all of the stitches come up and you can use the arrow keys to go up and down on the selection. And okay, so let's try, this is the star one here that I used. And you can change the stitch width and everything on it. And it shows up there on that screen. Does that help? I hope that helps. We'll flip this around. Drool. That's funny. Yes, I did get a new machine. I do run a business. I do have to have, can we get this in the right position maybe this time? I do have to have machines to do my work. Okay, which one do we, This is heaven to me. The snowflake. Okay, so how many votes did we get? What did I miss while I was doing that? Who votes for snowflake? Put your hand up if you like the snowflake. The snowflake was the middle one. So we had bells, snowflakes, and stars. Snowflake, the only thing I'm seeing right now is snowflake. So if we don't get a couple more votes, we're going to go with Catherine. Hi, Lenita. Snowflake, snowflake. Guess what? I think we're just going to do snowflake. Okay, so which one was the snowflake on the button here? Was 169, which oddly enough is the one I just showed you guys last. So that's pretty funny. And we'll get this sorted out here. We've got our thread kind of wound up on things that it shouldn't be wound up on. Not even sure how that would happen, but it did. Okay. Rethread this. Just talk amongst yourselves here for a second while I get this snowflake set up. Come on, go gadget fingers. Grab that little loop of thread. There is an automatic threader, but you do have to grab the loop afterwards, and this one does not want to be grabbed, be gotten. All right, here we go. I got it now. All right, let's get our little, I should make my mom. Well, you know what, Spoiled Trinity, if you join the channel, you might win this. So I don't know how many of you guys are here. 50 of you guys. We're doing a giveaway for members only. You can win the FAF thing and this tea towel. So as long as this tea towel turns out perfect, this will be the one I sent you in the mail when the memberships reach 150 members of the channel. Then we'll do that draw and we'll get this sent off to you. Okay, so we've got our snowflake. The settings are at 6 on the left-hand side and 8. We're using the FAF Quilt Ambition 635. Oh, my birthday is in October. Yeah, so tell your friends to join the channel. The quicker we get people on here, the quicker we can do this draw. And who knows, maybe I'll add something new to the draw. Like more things new to the draw because it's fun. And I own this place and I can. So the memberships start at $2 a month to just join the club. And we're going to do a bunch of fun stuff here on this channel. Okay, this is going to be a little bit slow. I've just turned the speed up on this machine. It is embroidery, so it does take a few minutes here to get across the line. And I'm just going straight down the center of where those two fabrics joined. So ask me anything. We're going to be here for a minute. We are 2 inches into the towel, and we've got 18 to go. Or, well, 18 total, so 16 to go here. A couple of minutes, it'll be done. So I typically make anywhere from 6 to 20 of the same tea towel, and that way I'm not always restarting my listings on my website. Yes, Dasha, I am Canadian. I am from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Are you new here? I don't think I've seen your name here before. Where are you from? How do I join? Lenita, go to the top of the page if you're viewing on your phone, and there should be a join button, or just go to my channel, Home Stitchery Decor, and there'll be a join button. You can do that on your phone or on a laptop screen if you're finding it hard to see. Or you can go to the video description and there's a link there, and you can copy and paste that link and hit join from there. Yeah, I love where Bret Hart is from. You know, it's funny, every city is known for something. I would never have thought Bret Hart. Like, he just doesn't he's not in my wheelhouse. Like I didn't watch wrestling and all that kind of stuff. I know who the guy is, right? But I didn't watch wrestling growing up. So, but yeah, he's from here. We also have the Calgary Stampede, if you guys have heard of that. We also have the Banff National Park, which is about an hour and 20 minutes away from my house. Yeah, I thought of Tate McRae. Dasha, where are you from? Did I miss that comment? I'm reading up on my my television screen here in case you guys are wondering why my face is going this way. And I also live near, like this is a worldwide phenomenon in some countries. The television show Heartland is filmed just outside of Calgary in a couple of little towns. And the Christmas market that I go to, the Millerville Egg Society Christmas Market, is actually the place where they have all their rodeo scenes in that show. So when you see all those green bleachers, born in California but married to a Canadian. Hi, Dasha. That's where that Christmas market will be. So if you're in the Calgary area and you want to find me at a Christmas market, I will be at the Millerville Egg Society Christmas Market the first 2 weekends of November. Then I have a couple weeks off, and then I will be at the Saskatoon farm. So if you're new to the video here, we're making Christmas tea towels. I always pick 100% cotton tea towels. I try to make sure they're no wider than 18 inches wide. And that just helps me with the quilt cotton here. And I use quilt cotton and paper for my business. All my products are mix and match. You can purchase them on my website. Come see me at a Christmas market. And members only, we're doing a draw for this FAF gift box, which I could probably show you here while I'm embroidering this, as long as I kind of keep it straight. We're doing a draw for this gift box, which has rotary blades, a rotary cutter, quilting rulers, and a rotating cutting mat in it. When my membership reaches 150 paid members, I will mail that out to the winner free of charge. And I will make sure the draw is done like on my site and everything. And this is not affiliated with YouTube, so don't complain. We live in Georgia, but grew up in Virginia. Well, that's nice. I have always wanted to see the mountains in Virginia. It's a thing for me. So one of these days I will get down there and have a peek around. All right, we're coming up to the end of this. And just at the end, whenever I'm starting the embroidery or stopping it at the end where the edging of the tea towel is folded underneath, I just kind of slow down a little bit. Because if anything's gonna mess up, it'll be at that edge where there's like, you know, a couple extra layers of folded fabric there. So just take it easy on your machine. You'll thank me for that later. The only good thing to come from my town is Janet Leigh and Bernard Barron. I don't even know who those people are. Please fill us in. What town do you live in? And Papa Roach is from Modesto, which is 30 minutes from me. I don't even know who Papa Roach is. I must have not turned on my television for a year or two because I don't know who these people are. Okay. Oh, you guys. This is actually really stinking cute. Who wants to see? Of course you want to see. Okay, this is the tea towel with the stitching on it now. Can you see? I'll bring it even a little closer. There is the snowflake. So that is a good choice. And I think when we do that embroidery stitching, it just kind of blends the towel in. Janet Leigh is Jamie Lee Curtis's mom. Okay. And Bernard Barron is a former football player for the Bears. And Papa Roach's music. Goodness sake. Okay, so I know who Jamie Lee Curtis is. I don't know football at all. And I don't know Papa Roach. Is that country music? Kind of sounds like that would be country. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next step, which is folding in these sides. We're almost done this towel, actually. So let's go back to the iron. Okay, if you haven't done so yet, now's a good time to subscribe to the channel, you guys. And, oh, here's my other side of the room. We don't want to see that. We want to see goodness sakes. We want to see me ironing this towel. So let's. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. You guys give me a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. Not sure what happened there. I hit a button and it went back on. So good. Okay. So what I did was I folded the edges here on the diagonal and I twisted this in. We're going to show you again on this other side. So it's not that big of a deal. Can we see where I'm at? Nice and close up here. Okay. Take off your little threads and you're going to fold each edge in on the diagonal to the edge of the towel. Then you're going to fold the edge to the seam of the towel, and then you're going to flip it one more time. And now this will give you a nice crisp finish on the edge. So it's kind of just like wrapping a present. Funny enough, a Christmas present. Sorry about the sound, guys. Don't know what happened there. I like to make sure this is stuck down. I don't want this part of it flopping up for any reason. So this is what it's going to look like. I might need to just give this one more shot of steam over here. It's not quite pressed down. Perfect. And now we're going to finish up the edging on here. So let's go back to the sewing machine. I might as well talk to you as we're going, right? I told my husband, I said, I'm going to make a sewing channel and have a whole bunch of fun on YouTube. And he was like, what? That's crazy. And turns out I did it and it was fun. So thanks for being here. Okay. Let's get the machine in view again. Tilt down. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to sew along the very edge of this. So I'm going to switch back to the white thread because I think that will blend in better than the red. You don't want this part of the towel to be, you know, very noticeable. The white thread. This is a 40 weight polyester thread that I'm using. The machine is a FAF 635. I just bought it yesterday. And then if you're new here, I had to unbox it because my other machine crapped out. So we took a vote on a different live that I did yesterday, and everybody voted I opened the machine. So I did. And now I quite like it. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning sewing fabric strip rugs. They weren't jelly roll rugs because technically I was not using a jelly roll. I was using fabric strips. Jelly roll is like a term that's trademarked by Moda, I believe. Yeah, spoiled Trinity. Okay, we've got the sound back. So this part is really simple. You just start at the edge. I always like to go backwards and then forwards instead of forwards, backwards, forwards. It just takes out like one chunk of, you know, thread when you're starting off. So, and of course I didn't change my stitch on here, so I need to pull those 2 stitches out. This is what happens when you buy the fancy machine. Yeah, I had the fancy stitch still going. Okay, hang on. Let's try it this way. I just need a straight stitch for this. Number 1. Let's try that. So backwards first, now forwards. And that way we won't have a bunch of bulky thread. And I'm actually going to push the needle down so I can get a nice turn on my corner. And I sew to the very edge of this fabric on the back. I don't leave much of a seam allowance. I just want it to catch it because I don't want it flipping up later on. And just like we're wrapping a present, we're going to sew the present backwards. And we're going to get our little snips out. These are Westcott snips. I have about 6 pairs of them. But when I had some staff last year, I sent a pair home with them. And I think they opened up like the packaging on everything as well as the snipping the fabric. So that other pair that was dead, I think I really need to just turf them. Maybe go to Michael's and get another pair. Get them off Amazon, I guess. All right. Who's excited to see the towel? We're almost done. Right to the edge, turn the corner. And this machine does have automatic thread cutters as well. Stephanie's excited. I'm going to show you in a second here, you guys. Okay, trim off where the thread started. And anything on the front that we need. Okay. So this is it. This is the towel. So as you can see on the back side, everything is super crisp. This is the way to finish a towel, in my opinion. You do have a line of embroidery stitching, but the corner is super crisp just by folding it in and then steaming it down. And then we've got the rickrack right across. And when we fold this up, I'll show you it folded up here so it can hang on your, this is how it would typically hang, right, on your stove. Flop it over just like this, And that is what it looks like. Now, sometimes I actually sew a button right in the very middle of this. So let's take a vote. Does anybody want to see the options of the buttons? I mean, why don't I just show you a couple of buttons and we can see if we want to take a vote and put buttons on this one. I have just, is that a basic red? No, that's a basic red. Sometimes I think when we add buttons, it's a little too much. And then other times I think it's super cute. So for instance, if I was going to add a button to this one, I'll tell you what I probably wouldn't choose. I probably wouldn't choose these. These are like, they're snowflakes again. So it would go with our snowflake theme. But now when you put that button in there, I feel like it kind of gets lost with all the different colors of the fabric. So when I would choose, there's stockings here too. I can show you a stocking. These are a cute little, you know, Christmas stocking button. Put that on the front of there too. But like I said, I think it gets lost. So if I was going to put a button on this one, and you guys can vote and tell me whether or not you want me to, I would use this solid red button. So do we want a button on this towel or no button? Remember, this is going to be included in the prize package for the paid members of the channel. So if you're not a paid member, join the channel for $2. If you don't want to join the channel, please just subscribe. And there's other videos on the channel. I say this repeatedly through the lives because people come and go and come and go. There are videos on my channel, and when you see the thumbnail for the video, they have these tiny little presents on them, gold presents. Those are the other giveaway videos for non-paying members. So you don't have to be a paying member, but I really appreciate it if you would join the channel. It's $2 a month. And the giveaway is going to be this staff gift box. We'll show you guys again. And it's got a rotary cutter, rotary blades, a couple packs of needles, some different rulers, quilting rulers. And underneath that, it has the rotating cutting mat. And when we reach 150 paid subscribers to the channel, we'll do a draw for this. And this tea towel as well is going to be included, is a gift. So we'll have to get in touch and I'll mail it to you. It'll be completely free of charge. So what do we say about the button? Looks like we like the button. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we're going to do a button. This is how we do the button. We get our towel out. We put our button to the side, someplace safe. We get a measuring tape. And I would recommend measuring each and every towel because, you know, sometimes their print is a little bit off. Your sewing might be a little bit tighter on the corner. And if that button's not in the center, you'll notice it when you hang it on your stove. So make sure you do this step. So I go right edge to edge. I'm at 16.5. So the button would need to be at 8.25. So I get a little, just a pin like this, and I'm going to mark where 8.25 is. And actually this one's going to be good because it's going to be in the middle of the, of a dip in the rickrack. So that's good. Now we get a little bit of thread out. And pretty, you want a substantial sewing needle because it's going to go through multiple layers. But pro tip here, a substantial sewing needle and being able to fit through the eye of the button. So if you can't push that needle through the eye of the button, you've just wasted your time. So make sure that you do that because some of the eyes on the buttons can be quite small. But you also want, like I say, a needle that can actually poke through there. And I don't like that one too much, actually. Let's use, this one's got a sharper point on it. So definitely not like a darning needle. You want something with a sharp point that will fit through the eye. And I just tie a couple of knots in here. And then I start the button. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I start the button by going up between the quilt cotton and the toweling. And then I can come up underneath that rickrack and hide where I've just started the thread. So it can be a little bit of a push to get it going through that rickrack. And then once you've got the thread started in the middle, it's actually pretty easy to sew on a button. I like to do the cross hatch on it. I don't like to go this way on the buttonholes. I like to go with the crossing. So a few little stitches like this, and we will have a cute Christmas tea towel. So now's the time to ask some questions, you guys. If you have any questions about the business or how the giveaway works or where you can find my stuff, please go ahead and get in here and ask some questions about it. And who wants to say, well, I fixed that other towel? Do you want me to continue the live? Let's see how much, yeah, I have a bit of battery on my phone. It shouldn't be that hard. We've talked through most of it. If you want me to do that other towel with the second design, say something right now. Just say, yeah, I want to stay for the second towel. And if you don't, we'll end the live here. I do like the button. Yes, the button, the red button is perfect. I do not buy random bags of buttons. I've learned that because I make so many repeat products. You always end up with like one towel at the end that you don't have the matching button for. So now I buy buttons from where do I like Temu? You can buy buttons on there pretty inexpensively. And anybody that tells you don't buy craft stuff from China, it all freaking comes from China. So you pick the price you want to pay, and I want to pick the price that's the lowest. So that's what I do. And I can put all the, the links and everything that I can use for this towel in the video description when we're done. And we're just going to tie this off. We want this super neat on the back. We don't want it to be obnoxious at all. Yes, continue. Okay, Stephanie. It's you and me, Stephanie. We're going to be here till the bitter end. Okay, here we go. Here is the finished towel. Yeah, you have to get craft supplies affordably. There you go. Heck yes, there is the red button on this towel. How do we feel about this towel? Everyone? Anyone? The Rick Rack, the most affordable place I've found to purchase it in Canada is at Fabricland when they have their 50% off. So I actually went to the store yesterday and got a whole bunch of Rick Rack, which was a great... I always try to keep like a rotating list of supplies that I need. And I know the Rick Rack is made in China too, but it's just the most, like I've researched so much of, where you can get things affordably. So I've done some work. So with the shipping and everything, and the quality, I will say that with Rick Rack, you need to watch the quality if you're purchasing from places like Temu or AliExpress or anything like that. So just order the smallest quantity that you can, because I have ordered Rick Rack from there and it was total garbage. And anytime you put the iron on it, the thing just freaking melted. It was ridiculous. So don't do that. Go and get decent quality stuff. So we don't sell cheap stuff here. Okay, so there's the first towel. And we're going to take the... so this was the fabric here that didn't line up, right? So this is what Stephanie and I are going to do. The rest of you can join in. Try to support local, but there's only so much you can do, and money is money. Yeah. And I do support local as much as I possibly can, to the tune of, I can't afford to do that because it actually doesn't make me any money. And I'm a business as well. So I'm supporting my local business, and I go out to the community and, you know, go to these farmers markets and buy my lunch there and pay people to help me work there, and, you know, buy all the food and everything from the other local vendors, and give back to the community by doing giveaways and, you know, donation things to my girlfriend's kids' schools. Like, if you're not giving back to the community, you're kind of a jerk. So just get on it. Don't be saving all your money for yourself. And to that end, we can give back to lots of different communities too. I'm going to mention this in every video I do because I think this is important. I will put a link in the video description, but I signed up for Kiva, Kiva, which is a platform that facilitates microloans to underserved communities. So they would be, you can apply for a microloan for if you live in a place like Honduras, Guatemala, Peru, and this organization will help you get your loan for whatever your small business is doing. I signed up, made a team for myself, which I will put a link in the video description, and supported a lady that has a sewing business, and her loan has actually been funded now. So you can do like a lump sum payment, or you can do a monthly donation to them for as little as $5. I donated $57.50 American, which came out to like I think it was like $88 Canadian. And these people get their loans fulfilled, and then they have a certain amount of time to pay back the loans. Then you can take your money out, or you can reinvest it in another person. Now, the people in some of these communities, they don't even have access to banking. So I feel like that's important. Do you only use brand? Okay, so the batting that I use for those rugs, right? That's what you're talking about, Stephanie. I've tried many different types of batting for those rugs, and I use the Pellon batting with scrim. And the reason I use it is because it has a higher loft in it, which makes it easier to sew. You get a thicker rug when you're done, and it washes better. So I used all kinds of different batting when I started, and I found that the thinner batting did not help when you were sewing the rug, and it wouldn't lay flat. And that's why I went to this other batting. Like, I tried all kinds of different batting, and it's the Pellon one with the scrim that I like. And you can buy the pre-cut strips. I'll have my Amazon link in the video once the video is done processing. But if you watched any of my other lives, the link is already in there. And if you purchase something from Amazon, on the day that you click on my links, anything you purchase from Amazon, I will get a small commission for. But if you click on it and then go shopping 3 days later, I don't get anything for that. You have to purchase it on the day that you click on the link. So even if you're not buying it that day, go back and click on the link on the day that you're buying it. And then that's how I get a small commission. Okay, so this is the one that got buggered up. And I think I'm going to try to iron it flat and fix it. And just get it cut straight here. So let's get it on the iron. Get this flipped around. Yeah, we have no secrets here, so you can see into, I even left my closet open today. You can see all the towels I have lined up here. This is, you know, a full-size bedroom closet. I guess that would be 8 feet. And there's towels, finished ones in there from last year. And this is the first time I'm actually sewing Christmas towels for this year. So my Christmas markets start the first week in November, and I really need to get at it here. So we're going to do a bunch of videos while we do this. So I'm sure when I line this up on the table, something has gone cattywonker on here. So we'll try to get this piece of fabric lined up straight so we can do it again. Yeah, Stephanie, if you buy that cheap batting, you just cry. It doesn't work, ever. All right, let's see if we can get this. Put it down this way. How many guys? Oh, we got 46 people here. Who's new here? Who's been here before? Say hello, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from. Well, if this is the way this fabric is printed, I'm going to have a heck of a time with this fabric because this is not straight at all. Like, no portion of this is straight. Let's see if we can... That really annoys me. I do not like to have to fussy cut quilt fabric. It should come off the bolt straight. And the first piece was, so why this one went wonky, I don't know. But I will have to figure it out later. So we'll just get this one straightened up for now. And try not to get too much of it. You know what? I'm not even going to do that because I have to sew like 6 of these towels and I want them to be perfect. So, lesson learned. If it's not perfect to start with, don't try fixing it like that because it won't get fixed. New from the UK, Real Eyes. New from Missouri. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Real Eyes. Hi, Lanita. Is it possible to make a jelly roll out of velvet fabric? I think it would be, but I think like velvet has a bit of a stretch to it, I believe, and that could cause you some issues. So just take that into consideration when you decide whether or not. And I don't know how long have you guys all been here? Does anybody know about the joining the membership for the draw? If you don't, say something now and I'll tell you about it. Or I could just tell you about it. We're doing a members only draw for this FAF gift box, and the Christmas towel will be included in that draw. When the paid membership of the channel reaches 150 paid members, I will do that draw. And yesterday we were at 5 paid members because I just opened it up, and we're going to do all kinds of really freaking fun things here because I own this place and I can. Okay, so let's do 5 inches on this one. I'm new early this year. Debbie Boo. Have you subscribed, you guys? Subscribe to the channel. Leave a heart, thumbs up. And if you want to get in on that fabulous draw, the FAF gift box is valued over $300 Canadian. And you have to be a member to get in on that. Okay, so I've recut this. This is now at 5. And we're going to come back, do the annoying thing where I clunk my phone around on the floor here. And we're going to sew another tea towel. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being here. All right, let's turn this a little bit so I'm in the frame. Perfect. Okay, this towel was the one we were doing first and it got buggered up. So the fabric has to be cut with the pattern perfect. And if it's not, it will not be on my website. So that's just the way it goes here. Yes, ma'am. Missouri. Hello, everyone. Okay, so we're just going to fix this up super quick. If you're new, we're sewing Christmas tea towels. And we've got quilt cotton tea towels that are no wider than 18 inches, 100% quilt cotton. And then we zhuzh them up with some quilting fabric. So for now, we're going to do right sides together, and we're just going to sew a straight stitch the width of the presser foot. This one will be much quicker, I promise, because you guys just saw the other one, right? But we're going to pick something and do a little different embellishment on here, and you guys will be able to pick. And it won't be that rickrack with embroidery stitching on it, I'll tell you that, because that didn't look that good. It did not look fancy. Okay, turn up the speed here a little bit. We're going in a straight line, Jolene. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Jolene. I own Home Stitchery Decor. You can get all my stuff online, or you can find me at a local Christmas market. And for some reason, the thread wasn't in there. Oh, goodness. Probably pulled on this roll. So we got to do that again. I have mentioned before in my videos, I am a little bit of an introvert unless I'm doing work. And then I turn it on. But doing these videos does still kind of make me nervous. So bear with me a little bit. Nobody's perfect. And I am trying my best. Hi, Beatrice. Where are you from? I like that name. Beatrice. I used to have a teacher in school named Beatrice. She's a nice lady. Okay, one more time with the thread. One more time with thread. That would be an excellent sewing channel name if anybody's looking to start their own YouTube channel. One more time with thread. And if anybody's wondering why I'm always looking up there, it's hard to see the comments on my phone. So I do have my channel on my television over here, and that's where I'm watching from. Okay, let's see if this looks better. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So that does look better. Things are lined up much better. And we're going to use some lace on this one. So we'll let you guys pick the lace here in a second. But you know what happens right now. We need to get this ironed. So off we go to the other portion of my room. Get things flipped around. Hopefully I don't turn my mic off this time. So we lay the fabric down flat with the towel the right side down. And we're just going to make sure everything is crisp here. So the bottom should be okay because we already ironed that when we screwed it up the last time. And with any fabric, make sure you iron to the dark side. Like I've said before, this is my own design for how to do a tea towel. I've been making them like this for years. So now we fold the fabric down, the quilt fabric. We just want to iron this edge. We like everything nice and crisp. That's how we get a nice finished product. And now we flip the towel over. And if you want, I do have an actual tea towel tutorial, not just a live video. It's actually a video series where I do a tea towel, a dish drying mat, a soup bowl cozy, and an oven mitt made out of this super cute farmhouse chicken fabric. And that's on my channel as well, so you can go and find those videos and then watch the whole series. I walk you through these step by step, all of the mix and match products. So we've just put a nice little edge here on the bottom, and we just try to, if we've got something that's not lined up perfectly because we were talking to the camera, just go back and try to make sure everything's kind of even here on the bottom. And if it's not, fix it. We do want it to line up on the top. Okay, so now we flip up towards the towel, and you can see we've got a nice finished edge coming up here. And we're going to put 5 pins in this, 1 in the center. I always start with the center and then work my way out so the fabric stays nice and flat. One more pin here over on the side. And now we're going to pick some lace trim. So come on, you guys, we'll go pick it out together. Or maybe not. I think I know which one I want to use for this. Yes, Stephanie, the Pellon is linked is not available. If I purchase from a different link, will you still get credit? So as long as you've entered Amazon on the link that I shared, anything you purchase on Amazon, on the day that you click my link, I'll get paid. So if a week from now you decide that you want laundry detergent and you decide that you would like to give me the commissions for that, all you would need to do is go to one of my videos, click my Amazon link, and then add the laundry detergent to your cart, and I would get paid for it. Crazy, but that's true. Okay, so let's see here if we can get this turned a little bit. Can we see the sewing machine at all? No. I moved this too far this time, you guys. Sorry. 51 people here. 25 likes. Thanks, you guys. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Get in on the fun. Okay, so where is my... I have a bucket of lace. A bucket of lace. Excellent. Yeah, anybody, if you want to support me, click on a Amazon link on the day that you want to buy something. I get paid. It's actually kind of crazy. You could save a link to your clipboard and have it. You wouldn't even have to come back to a video. You could just save links onto your clipboard and then click them on the day you want to buy. Okay, so I have this bucket of lace. All of my lace I buy in bulk. I have found quite a few good suppliers for this. And I have one that I think I want to use, which is it that one? So in the bucket, we've got white lace, cream colored lace, gray colored lace, black colored lace. But this is the one I want to use. So this is what we're going to use. I didn't let you decide this one. This is going to be fun. Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite ones. I've had it for a while. But yeah, when I buy lace to do my tea towels, I buy a boatload of it. And then up, you ever see my computer here behind me? I have like a coat hook, and any lace that I'm like running low on, I put it up on there so I remember to order it one day. Okay, so this is the lace that we're going to use. It's a nice wide, it's like an inch. Yeah, it's inch wide lace. You can see the close up of that if you want. And we're just going to put this on straight stitch. Straight stitch. So supporting the channel means subscribing, hitting the like button, leaving comments, all that kind of stuff, joining the membership, shopping the links. And that's how I facilitate a lot of these giveaways, is by this kind of stuff, because I'm not rich, but I do feel like it's important to have some fun. So I've decided I'm going to bring the fun. So if you want to support the channel, please shop the links that I do provide, and leave comments and stuff. Okay, I got to get used to this new machine, because I thought I didn't have it on reverse, but then I did. Okay, so right now I'm just sewing to the top of the quilt fabric. And this is going to make a wider finish on the bottom of the towel. I pull my pins out as I go because I don't want to hit them on here. This is cotton lace as well. So my whole shtick, I guess you would call it, is cotton and paper. So if you've just joined the live, welcome. I'm Jolene. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I own Home Stitchery, Decor, and I teach what I do here on my YouTube channel and take all my stuff to big Christmas markets, sell it online. You can find all the details in my video descriptions and in my channel page, all that kind of fun stuff. And I teach everything I do here on my channel, because I cannot make this stuff for everyone. did you know there's an estimated, I believe it's 84 million crafters in Canada and the United States. That's crazy. 84 million. And we've got like 6,000 here on my channel. So tell a friend. Tell them join us. Get in on the fun. Okay, now we're just going to stitch this down. This is super quick. Much quicker than the first towel we did. Then we're going to change our thread to the red, which is that nice candied red. I got to learn that this machine has a thread cutter on it. My other machines don't, so I'm always pulling the thread out and cutting it, but I bought this fancy machine yesterday and I should be able to use all the features. Okay, so this is what the lace looks like on the top now. Can you guys see that? How are we feeling about that? Super pretty. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now we're going to do an embroidery stitch. So we're going to change the thread. Now, typically, I don't do any of this way. I would chain piece all of these towels, and they would all be done, you know, rather quickly. But when you're doing a live video and you want to show a couple of different patterns, you can't be selfish. You need to, you know, just get on with the project. I do love a machine with an automatic threader. That's lovely. And one that works, because I've had machines with automatic threaders before that they just never seem to work. Anybody know what I'm talking about there? It's kind of freaking annoying. Like, it's always like your needle is just like, you know, a half a millimeter different from what the threader lines up to. And you're like, why? Why would they even send that out of the factory? This is ridiculous. Okay, so now we're going to embroider, and we did do some test embroidery earlier, and the last one we used the snowflake, so this one we're going to use the star. I need to find the star. It was 157. So how can I get there quicker? Push the buttons on the machine. If you're new here, I just got this machine yesterday. It's a FAF Quilt Ambition 635. And it was $1,888 Canadian, which is insane, but I'm going to use it till it dies, and I'm very happy about that. So I'm just going to change the size here, make sure I've got a nice size that I like. Doesn't have to be obnoxious, it just has to be pretty. That's too small. Too small, not bold enough. There's a fine line between having a detail on an item that you're making that is an actual, like, wow, that's a detail, and having it so big that it actually overpowers what you're doing, and then it's just bloody obnoxious. So don't do that. Okay, so this one is 6.5 and 7 is the settings that I've decided I'm going to do it on here. So the left one would be 6.5 and the middle one is 7. So we're just going to do the embroidery stitch where the two quilt cottons join, right in the very center of it. And, you know, start a good 1.5 to 2 inches before the toweling. And that way when we wrap the fabric around the back, you won't have this random, like, where the embroidery ended. What are you doing? We are sewing Christmas tea towels. That's what we're doing. So the tea towels are 100% quilt cotton, and then I purchased 2 different colors of quilting. Sorry, the tea towels are 100% cotton toweling. And then I purchased 2 coordinating colors of matching quilt cotton, and we make them and they turn out like this. This is the first one that we did today. So Lolly Princess, welcome to the channel. We have a giveaway for paid members. If you're interested in joining the channel, join the social club. It's $2 a month and be entered in the draw for the FAF gift box and this Christmas towel. You're back after your meeting. Welcome back, For. I don't know what your first name is, so we'll say hi to For. But yes, For. This is the towel that we made first, and now we're on to the second towel, and we've got a couple of different embellishments onto the second towel. So we're almost there. Where are you from, Lolly Princess? Is that the UK? Yeah, it did turn out pretty, didn't it? I do pick my colors on purpose. Every time I go to the store, I kind of like, what do I have that could go with this? Or what do I need that could go with something I already own? So it's super fun. I buy all the Christmas towels. I try to buy a year in advance. So I probably have, I would say, how many would there be here right now? Like 250 Christmas towels that I need to sew up like this. Whether I sew them all this year or hold on to them, like each year when you go to the stores to buy the towels, of course the patterns and the designs and everything change and they rotate, and you know, if you might not find the perfect quilt cotton to go with that towel that year, but the Christmas towels only come out at a certain time of year. So if you don't buy them at that certain time of year, you don't have enough to like make for your Christmas markets, which is kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm always trying to pre-purchase. And I just want to let you guys know, I started this business with absolutely nothing, like nothing. The room itself had been flooded and we needed to renovate it. And I had actually been like super duper sick. I had one of those massive fibroid tumors in my abdomen, you know, which hasn't helped my stuff. But anyway, I digress. It wasn't cancer or anything, and I came out of it. I'm alive, thank God. But it was huge. It took them over 8.5 hours to get that stupid thing out of me, which is crazy. And, you know, I was super sick. And my husband's like, well, what are you going to do if you can't work? And I said, well, maybe I could, like, do some crafting. And now I have this big craft business at home, and I do not regret it at all. So we're just growing, you know, growing the YouTube channel, growing the patterns. I've got links for things that you guys can buy. You know, it all starts small and then it adds on to itself. Yeah, it was terrifying. Yeah, it was absolutely terrifying. I'll just share. I'm sure most of you people here have heard of these things, but it started out very small and they said, oh, you know, it's not a problem. And then, you know, 5 years later, I was getting cortisone shots throughout my spine like every 6 weeks because I was in so much pain, and I was on all kinds of narcotics, and they were telling me it was just all back pain. And then I started having lots of girl problems on top of that, which, you know, they were ignoring for 5 years because they said, hey, this thing is not that big, it's no big deal. And then I just got so sick. They finally decided, okay, well, let's go in there and take this this tumor out. And it was in my stomach cavity instead of inside my uterus. And it ended up pushing into and attaching itself to like every single organ that I had. And it was terrifying. And they told me I was going to have, you know, a quick little 3-hour surgery, and I ended up being in there for 8.5 hours, and they had to change the surgeon because he couldn't get it out. And because they changed the surgeon, my name changed on the board because they put your initials on the board. And so my husband was like, what the heck? Where'd she go? Like, did she die? And when I finally woke up from this surgery, they came and told me, they were like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry. Like, you had this thing packed into every crevice, and you were, you know, this could have killed you. It was pushing up on your lungs. It's horrifying. So, You have to be your own advocate. But they took that thing out, and a couple of days after that, I started feeling significantly better. Crazy. Like much, 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 much better. So now I'm not on any narcotics or anything like that, and I get to work from home. I do still have some, you know, nerve damage problems from where it was attached to nerves and stuff, but you know what, I'm doing okay. So that's how this business started. A health problem, and then just a really cooperative husband that was like, hey, what can we do to, you know, get you doing something that you like, that you could do from home and work around doctor's appointments. And then as it turns out, as soon as they fixed me, I didn't need all that. So, you know, I don't even know if it was neglectful of them or if they just didn't know. I could talk about neglect if you want to talk about my husband's cancer, but I don't think it was that was actually neglect. I think that was just they actually didn't realize what was going on. And once they got in there, it was way worse than they thought it was. Now, my husband ending up in a coma, neglect. Okay, so this is the embroidery stitch we've done on this one now. Very pretty. And then we've got the lace trim on the top. And so now we're going to iron these corners in so we can finish up the towel here. So let's go back to the iron, you guys. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Jolene. As we walk over to the ironing board, I have to move the camera around a lot for this project, but it is what it is. We're on a live video. Okay, here we go again. So what we need to do is make sure I didn't turn my mic off, because we did that one time, right? We're going to trim off all the little edges, and right, I don't know if you can see that. I think I pulled it too far over. Can you see it now? Yeah, you can see it now. We're going to trim this down to, you know, 1 3/4 inches on this side, something like that. Just give it a nice crisp edge. You can see I knew kind of where to end the lace. I don't want to, you know, waste any product that I'm paying for. And so we'll just do this one at a time. So we've turned it. Now we're going to fold the edges in just like this. We're going to fold the fabric to the edge of the toweling. We're going to flip it one more time. And this is going to give us the nice crisp wraparound edge, which are like this gold standard for how to do a tea towel here. So I like this to be, this is never coming undone. I give it a bunch of steam. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this side. You guys should be able to see that. Just trim it off nice and straight if you can. Trim off any loose threads if you see any there. Flip it so it's convenient for you to do this again. We're going to fold the edges in on the diagonal. Fold the edge of the quilt fabric once. Fold it one more time. Try to lay things down flat so we don't have to worry about that later. And then give it some steam. Do we have any questions here? Oh gosh, why you couldn't eat meat? You had infected gallstones and had infected kidney stones that they took your gallbladder. Oh gosh. Yeah, they've considered taking my gallbladder. But here's what happened with that when I was super sick. I was on all kinds of medications and cortisone. And then that affected the acids in my stomach. And I took a whole bunch of Tums, like all the time, because I had so much acid. And I shouldn't have done that because that's very bad for you. And then I ended up doing a little bit of damage to my liver. And now I'm on an antacid, a prescription antacid every day, which helps out. But it was just a cluster of things going wrong with that. So what can you do? All right, we're going to come back to this side of the machine now. Let's just keep the camera this way maybe this time. See if I can go around. No, I better not do that because then I can't see the screen. I feel for you. I have an alert for cancer. My family has a history. My mom's desperate. Oh, you know, we've all got things, right? And I think that's why, you know, people, when we come on to some of these channels and we start getting to know people, I think it's important. I think we missed out on a lot of stuff during COVID, and we're all kind of seeking a little bit of connection. Make some friends on the internet, wherever you can make them. Look out for one another. Try to do some good in the world. All those kind of fun things. I'm sorry you went through that. That really sucks. I feel for you. Yeah, I really do. Okay, we're going to change our thread to white. You get checked regularly. Yeah, thank you for believing me. Yeah, it really sucked. I don't dwell on it too much because, you know, it is what it is and it was a few years ago. But I've just dropped my thread down here, you guys. Hang on. I think the worst part of it was, like, when you tell people that you're sick and then they can't find a problem, they just try to mask it. And then they say rude things to you. So that's the worst part of it. Once they figured out, you know, that I was actually telling the truth, and they, you know, they got that figured out, they actually felt quite bad about it because they were like, holy crap, we missed that. And I believed them because you could see that they were genuine. But that happened. And it's led to all kinds of good things in my life, though. All kinds of, like, I wouldn't have this business. I wouldn't have these friends on the internet. I wouldn't have this sewing machine. I wouldn't be able to stay home with my dog. Just all kinds of things. I wouldn't be able to, like, yesterday I went and had a meeting with my financial planner at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, that wouldn't have happened if I had a regular job. So, hi, Katie. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, I hate that. Especially in a small town. They're the worst. Yeah, I don't know. We could sit here and complain all day, and I think we all need to just look out for one another. That's what I think. I really, truly believe that. Let's try to be a good human. And I'll tell you, like, I don't give them an inch now at all. Like, if something's going wrong, I'm like on it. What kind of dog do you have? Anybody want to meet the dog? Cinnamon, are you awake? Cinnamon, you awake? You want to come see Mommy? What kind of dog? Come here. Come on. No, you're not awake? Come on, Cinnamon. People want to meet you. Can you come see Mommy? No? Come on. Let's go. She's sleeping. We want to see the dog. Okay, you guys, I'm trying here. Come on, Cinnamon. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Can you come here? She's having her morning nap. My goodness, you guys. She's tired. Come on. Let's go. Before the phone dies, we got to finish this tea towel. All right. She's not coming out of there. She's not coming out. So the only way we can do this, you guys, is to show you this way. Hang on. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, here you go. Here's the dog that lives under the desk. There she is. She's a sweet little Cocker Spaniel. Say hi, Cinnamon. That's her little bed. She's under there all the time. I want to see the dog. Yeah, Cinnamon is a rescue dog. She came to us at 4 years old. Big yawn. Yeah, I mean, that's obligatory, right? Big yawn. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big yawn. Okay, let's get the camera turned around. Everybody met Cinnamon today. Too funny. She's pretty famous, I'll tell you. Everybody loves a cinnamon dog. Let's get me into the camera. So cute, yeah. And she typically has a nap this time of day. She's 11. Well, she'll be 11 here. I think like next month. She's next month or October. I'd have to look at her birth thing. But anyway, she came to us at 4 years old. She was a freaking hot mess from a very abusive situation. She was a, if you can imagine, she was a free giveaway on Kijiji. What is wrong with people? So all they wanted was $85 for her last, or it was $84 actually, for her last prescription. And I actually got her just a few weeks after having that huge surgery. And I was home alone and, you know, depressed and all that kind of stuff. And this dog came available. And my husband was like, hey, you know, I'll get her for you. So we went and picked her up. For sure, she was abused and kicked in the butt. And she has some weird thing with boxes. And I just worked with her, actually had a family kennel, and we raised Cocker Spaniels, Dalmatians, and Boxers. And so the Cocker Spaniel has always been my favorite. And so, yeah, I just saw her on Kijiji and said, no, she can come and live here. And so we've been looking after her ever since. And a dog that has no confidence will be bad. So we just worked on her confidence, basically morning, noon, and night. So built her up so that she wasn't scared of everything, and then she became way less reactive. And she is the sweetest little Cocker Spaniel I've ever had. Yeah, I'm glad she's here too. She's just amazing. Everybody loves her. All of our friends love her. We call her the neighborhood tramp because she'll go to anybody. If we open our back gate and our neighbors outside, she just beelines it. She's like, I'm going to get my pets. See you bye. She'll never run away. Like, she just runs to another person. She never barks at anybody unless they're on our actual property. So if they're walking by on the street, she doesn't care. But as soon as they open the gate to our house, then she really cares. And she's adorable. So, okay, you guys, this is the second towel. We did it. We did it. We did it. This is the second one. So it's got the star and the lace trim on it. So super adorable. Now, let's take a vote. Who wants a button? Who wants a button on this one? Let's take a vote here. If we want a button, we can put one on. I'll show you it without it. And are the towels made with terry cloth? Yes, they're 100% quilt cotton. Hi, Gwen. How are you? Gwen, okay, Tina wants a button. This is what it'll look like folded on your stove without a button. And we want, hi, Gwen, yeah. Tina wants a button. Who else wants a button? Anybody? Should I start looking for buttons here? While we take a vote on that, I'm going to tell all the people that are here about the giveaway, because some of you are new. This is what happens on a live. People come and go. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you can go watch all the videos that have the little gold presents in them. And if those draws are still open, those are just open to the subscribers of the channel. If you're a member of the channel, you pay $2 a month Canadian, which is practically free in American dollars. And you will be entered into the draw for this when we reach 150 members. So yesterday we were at 5 members because it just opened up memberships. But this is a FAF gift box, and it's got a rotary blades, rotary cutter, a couple packs of needles, some quilting rulers, And then there's actually 2 layers to this box. And okay, we'll try the button so we can see how it looks. And then at the bottom of this, we've got the rotating cutting mat. This is a gift with purchase that I got with this machine. And I decided not to keep it. Instead, offer it as a great membership bonus for the members of the channel. So once we reach 150 members, I will do the draw and put the names into Google or a prize generator thing and pick a random person. And you will also win this towel, which is the first towel that we made in this live today. So that's a 2-pack gift pack. And who knows, maybe I'll keep adding on to this because it's super fun and I own this place and I can. So to join the channel, go to the main screen and click join, or search me Home Stitchery Decor on a laptop on YouTube and click join, or you can go to the video description and click the link in the video description, which is there right now, which will say join as well. And yeah, for $2, you can get in on that draw. Okay, let's see what I have for buttons here. I think, can I do we want to do something in, no, I was going to say, I don't even let you guys vote on it, right? I was going to say, can we do, I'll just bring something up here, something in white. No, it just gets lost. It gets totally lost in there. So we can't do white on that. Will not work. We could do, what else do I have here? This one. No. Buttons are hard, you guys. You either like them or you hate them. Okay, so here would be the same red button as the one we did before. They look so cute. Do you use all your machines? Yes, I absolutely use all of my machines. Hi, Teresa. Weren't you here before? I think you might have been here before. There's that matte wooden button, and I actually think that's a winner again. So let's do the red button, and all of these towels will have the red button. I have enough of them, so that's good. So remember how we did it the first time? We'll do it this second time. We're just going to measure exactly the middle from edge to edge of this towel to make sure that we get it right in the middle. Red for sure. Thanks, Stephanie, for voting. No, Teresa, it wasn't you. Well, welcome, Teresa. I'm Jolene. I own Home Stitchery Decor. And today we are sewing Christmas tea towels. And we're almost done for the day, but we're having a good time. And right now we're just going to put the last finishing button on the second design tea towel. And if you go back and watch the live, the whole thing, we buggered it up at the beginning. So then we took a vote and decided that, yes, we did actually want to see it finished. So I went back and fixed what got buggered up. And here we are. If you guys are wondering, if you're new here and you're going, where is she talking to? I have my TV up here playing the live video right now so that I can actually see the comments. Yeah, gotta be red. I agree, Gwen. Hi, Liz. How are you? Where are you from? Where's everybody from? If you're new here, we're pretty much done this live for today. Subscribe, hit the like button, all those kind of fun things. Anything that you do, shopping links, all that kind of stuff supports the channel and helps me do these giveaways. And I am bound and determined that I'm going to have more fun in life, and I'm going to do it here on my YouTube channel with nice people. We haven't even had a hacker yet today. Yesterday we had a hacker person, or, well, troll, I guess it would be. I'm 50. I don't know the terms for everything, but yeah, like a troll saying mean things, got themselves blocked. We had one person earlier make one mean comment that didn't even show up for people. I won't even tell you what they said because it was pretty offensive. But I just reported them, and yeah, off they went into, you're going to get blocked on YouTube. So, okay, I did not get a big enough knot on the bottom of this, and now it is just pulling through the quilt material, which we don't want it to do. We want it to actually get stuck And of course I pulled my needle marker out when I did that. So I just need to remeasure here. 6.5, 8.25. We want to be, when you hang this up on your stove, I want it to be perfect for you. So maybe we'll try leaving that in there. I wondered about that troll. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, please go away. You don't even need to be here. That was the one yesterday, right, Stephanie, that you guys could all see? That was pretty ridiculous. I'm like, why are you even here? You just... And then I'm almost tempted sometimes to like leave these people on because, you know, they're trying to, you know, get your goat or whatever, but they're actually participating in the channel. And does that help you in the algorithm? I don't know. But also I kind of felt like it was unnecessary and I don't need any mean friends. So, like, who needs mean friends, right? Just get out of here, go do your own thing. Obviously, you got nothing better to do with your life than say weird things. It was weird. If you guys weren't here yesterday, it was just super weird. I can't even remember. Stephanie, do you even remember what they were saying? Like, it just, as soon as I blocked them, it just left my mind. Hi, Janet. Candace spam phones messing, kind of like spam phone calls, yeah. Okay, who's got the best spam phone call story here, you guys, while we finish up? I'm sure we've all said some things to the spam callers. They are terrible. I get about 15 of them a day, unfortunately. My ringer is always turned off during the lives. But once you have a business on the internet, people bug you. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. She asked how many machines you had and said that you were greedy. Yes, that was right. Why do I have so many machines? Well, I'll tell you guys. Every machine does a different job. I have different machines that sew different projects for me. Sometimes I sew on the same on two machines at the same time, and I always have my embroidery machine running, making my Christmas reindeer when I'm not talking on the internet, but it's too loud if you're doing a live video. And then I had staff. So when you have staff, you have to have things for them to work on. And if you don't have a machine for them to work on, then they can't make you any money. So, yes, yeah, I'm very greedy. I'll tell you that. I'm driving around all hoity-toity in my 2018 Chevy Equinox, sewing things in my basement. So, yeah, it was weird. Yeah, yeah, it was just absolutely, it was bananas. It was like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, driving around in my Chevy Equinox, all fancy pants. Actually, my Chevy Equinox's name is Fancy because I had this piece of car, like total piece of junk. I didn't say the word, so they can't block my ads on this, but I had this junk piece of car. One day it was so bad. I actually posted on my Facebook page, if my car had a face, I would punch it. That's how mad I was at this car. So anyway, we got it fixed that time. I'll just finish up with this funny story because it's actually hilarious. So we got it fixed that time, and then a couple weeks later I was driving to work, and this is like before I had this tumor thing out. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And I was driving to work, and we live in Canada, and like, we're not cold all the time here, but we were super cold that day. It was like minus 25 Celsius out. And my stupid car died in an intersection. And AMA was like, it's going to take us 17 hours to get there. Because that's what happens when we get a cold snap. They get super busy, right? And I said to them, I am in an intersection. Like, you guys need to like pitter patter because I cannot push this car. And sometimes people here aren't that friendly. Like, it depends on the neighborhood you're in, if people are going to like pull over and push your car out. This neighborhood, not so much. So I phoned my husband, who had just left for work as well. And he had left like 25 minutes before me. I'm like, I don't care where you are. You got to come get me. And so he came and he pushed me out of this intersection off to the side of the road. And about 10 minutes later, AMA showed up. So now I'm like out of the intersection, thank God, and I'm off on the side of the road. I was like, that's it. I freaking had it. Like the car was dead. It's minus 25 degrees outside. So now I'm sitting in the cold car, dead in an intersection with everybody giving me the finger as they go by. Super not happy about it. So anyways, I said to him, that's it. We're getting a new car. And we went and picked out this other car and got in it and everything worked on it. And I was like, oh, this is so fancy. And then the name stuck because I was like, yeah, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely freaking hilarious. So funny. Anyway, no, I'm not living high off the hog here. So if you can shop from an Amazon link, that would be great. Hit the link, and on the day that you want to check out, hit the link and buy whatever you want on Amazon, and it will give me some money. So, yay. Okay, this is the second towel, you guys. I'm going to show it off, and then we're going to end this live before the camera dies. All right, here it is. There's the red button as per your requests. And we're going to fold it up nice like it would look on your stove. Give you guys a boot. Do you guys have anything else? Any questions? Hello, Belinda. We're just at the end of this. Yeah, I'm from South America. I cannot take anything below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You know what? It's not always cold here in Canada. Like today, 50 degrees Fahrenheit would be chilly. What would it be today? Probably in the high 80s today is what it's going to be. So it's summertime. All right. Here is the finished towel. That is how it will look hanging up on your stove. So that's it for today's video. If you guys join the channel, it's $2 a month to get in on the draw. Go watch all the other free videos. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I am absolutely loving doing these lives. Please hit subscribe. Hi, newbie here. C. Parker, beautiful towel. Yeah, we're just finishing up. If you join the channel and join the paid membership, you get entered in for the towel and the FAF gift box. And now $312 plus 25. So this would be a $340 Canadian gift. But you have to be a member of the channel to be entered into this draw. It's $2 a month. When we reach 150 paid members, that will trigger the draw for this. And I might keep adding things to this draw as we go. So it might just keep getting bigger. So thanks for the time that you guys have spent here today. We'll just finish up with the comments here. Has anybody got any questions about what we do here? I'm Jolene. I'm from Home Stitchery Decor. If you just joined, because I see the numbers here, a couple people have just joined. And I teach and everything that I do here on the channel, and I sell my products online. You can order them online. I ship to Canada and the United States for all the finished products. And I sell in stores and at Christmas markets. So gorgeous. Thank you for the live. You're welcome. We'll do another one, maybe tomorrow. Who knows how we're feeling. I was up till 2 in the morning finishing that big bin of rugs that we did the live on yesterday. So I am a little bit tired today. So I might just kind of, stay off the lives for the rest of the day. But it was super fun. I enjoyed you guys being here. And now I've got a whole bunch of towels I need to sew. All right. We don't have any more questions coming in, so we're going to finish this one up. Hit the heart button if you guys just joined and hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Check out the playlist. There's all kinds of free stuff here on the channel. I hope you liked it here. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.